if you seen Sally or an Amber walk through this office with a Chipotle bag or a Grande Starbucks cup, you wouldn't have stopped them. The video, your girl is back again with another story time. If you're new to my channel, hey girl, hey. And if you're a returning subscriber, I don't even gotta say nothing because you know what's up, I know what's up, we know what's up, and that's on what? That's on what? That's on period. And Mary had a little lamb. So as y'all can see by the time of the video, today I'm gonna be telling y'all the story time on how I was racially profiled, y'all. I was racially profiled in my own apartment complex, my own residence, y'all. Like, we're gonna go ahead and get into it. Before we get into this video, do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And y'all already know, in order for any of my story times to make sense, your girl gotta give you a little backstory. So y'all, this happened in 2018, and it was right before my junior year. I was about to enter my junior year of college. Yeah, I think it was the summer before my junior year. I got my first real job. And when I say real job, it was the first job where I was not making minimum wage. All my past jobs, I was making like $7, $8. Like, the max I was making at this time was like $9 an hour. And 2018 was when I first got my real little job. It wasn't a lot of money, but it was something to me at that time. So I think I was bringing in like, I want to say, let me not lie, y'all. I don't remember the dollar amount exactly, but I know I was bringing in like $1,000 every 2 weeks. And that was new to me. So your girl started to live outside her means. And this story time is a lesson in itself. Like, more of the story is don't live outside your means, y'all. So I started to live outside my means when them $1,000 checks was coming in. And $1,000 in 2018 to me, like, that was money, y'all, because I didn't really have real bills. Like, I think I had a cash card at that time. My mother used to pay my insurance. I had a phone bill, but I don't even think I paid my phone bill at that time, or I think my phone was like paid off. And honestly, y'all, the only bills I had at that time was rent, and then I was in college, so I used to get financial aid. Like, I didn't really have any real bills. I'm working at this job. I'm working there for a few weeks. And if I didn't mention, the job was Verizon. I was working at Verizon, but it wasn't like a Verizon storefront. I was working at a call center at Verizon. I'm working at the call center or whatever. Everything going good. The checks rolling in. And I started to live outside my means, y'all. I'm not gonna hold you. I started to live outside my means. So when my junior year started, I decided to get an apartment complex that it wasn't expensive, but for me at that time, it was expensive. The apartment complex was like $600 a month, but it wasn't $600 a month for a one bedroom. It was $600 a month for a room. Like, I was paying for a room with 2 other females. So I would pay $600, my roommate would pay $600, and my other roommate, she would also pay $600. So this was ultimately a $1,800 apartment. And it was nice, y'all. Like, my last apartment, it was in the hood. It really wasn't that nice. It was like 2 minutes from the hood. It wasn't in the hood, but it was like right around the corner from the hood. Like, you can really turn the corner and you will see a lady selling her body. Like, it wasn't a nice neighborhood. I did want to mention, y'all, this apartment complex was in Tallahassee, Florida. So $600 around this time, like, that's a lot of money. Like, if you know, you know. Like, the rent in Tallahassee, Florida is like the cheapest. Like, y'all, you can literally get a 1-bedroom apartment for $600 and it'd be decent. Like, it may not be in the best neighborhood, but it's decent. Like, it might give like white refrigerator. You might have a flat stove top. I don't know, y'all. Basically, all I'm trying to say is you can get a decent looking apartment in Tallahassee, Florida for like $600, $700. And this is current time. Like, this is 2021. Like, the rent is just dirt cheap there. So for me to be getting a $600 apartment, I'm just paying for a room. For me, that was type expensive for me. And my apartment complex, it was right near FSU Stadium, and a lot of the FSU students rented at this apartment complex. I would say like majority of the people that rented there, they were Caucasian, and it was black people that lived there, but it just wasn't a lot of black people that lived there at the time that I lived there. I don't know how it is now, so I'm not gonna expose this apartment complex, but when I was living there, it was not like hella black people living there. So boom, y'all. I started to live outside my means because I told y'all I was making a little money. So I went and I upgraded my apartment complex. I'm just gonna name this apartment Lux. We're gonna call it Lux. So boom, I moved into Lux. Like I said, it was super duper nice. It's in a better neighborhood. It's right across the street from like FSU Stadium. Like, you can literally hear the games at FSU Stadium from my apartment. It's like super duper close. They got nice amenities, y'all. They got a really nice gym with the free weights. They had 2 pools. They had a tennis court, a basketball court. They had a really nice clubhouse with pool tables, big TV, big Netflix, big study rooms. They had the Apple Mac computers. Y'all, this apartment complex is just, y'all, basically it was giving, like, the apartment complex was super duper nice. So I'm living there for a few months or whatever. All my friends, they know that I live there. My friends would come over. We would have like little study nights in my apartment clubhouse. It was real bougie. I did want to mention also, in order for you to get to this clubhouse, you had to use your DNA, y'all. They basically made you scan your finger at this time. I don't know what they're doing now. They probably have keys, or I don't know, but at this time they basically made you scan your finger. You had a regular key to get inside your apartment, but if you wanted to use any of the amenities, you had to use your finger. Like, they was making sure no outsiders was gonna be entering the clubhouse. And they had cameras in every room at the clubhouse, in the gym, in the study rooms, in the lobby, like anywhere you can think of at this clubhouse, they had cameras there. So boom, fast forward a few weeks. Around this time, I don't know why, but me and my guy cousin, like, we was just super duper close. Me and him would probably talk on the phone like every 3 to 4 days. Like, we was always on the phone. And for the sake of this video, I'm just gonna call him cousin. So cousin hit me up one day, and I do want to mention, y'all, this is 2018. So this is when Popeyes came out with the Popeyes, I think it's called the Popeyes box, the $5 box or something like that. It's the Bonafide Popeyes box. I think it's called the $5 box, or at the time they used to call it the $5 box. And this is when they first came out with the box. And my cousin, he loves chicken. Like, if you know my cousin, you know chicken. Like, chicken and my cousin, they go together. Like, my cousin really loved chicken, y'all. So he hit me and he was like, Asia, you need to try that Popeyes box. When I say that box is busting, that box is busting. Like, you really need to try that box. And I'm just like, nah, I'll try when the hype go down, because when that box came out, everybody and their mama was like at Popeyes, but I really wasn't trying to try it. And plus, from where I'm from Ocala. We wasn't really on Popeyes chicken. When I was growing up, we would eat like Lee's chicken, we would eat KFC chicken, we would eat Publix chicken. I really wasn't raised on Popeyes chicken, so I really didn't care to try the chicken, y'all. I told him I was gonna try it, but I just wasn't pressed for it. Every single day, or anytime I would talk to him, he'll be like, Asia, I'm on with a Popeyes. You want some chicken? You want some? I'm like, no. I'm like, nigga, you gonna turn into a chicken, y'all. He was eating the chicken every single day. Like, he was an addict for the chicken. So one day, let me back up. I do want to mention that my cousin was pressing me about this chicken, y'all. He was pressing me about this chicken for at least a month. Like, a month from the date that the $5 Popeyes box came out, he was like pressing me about this chicken. So one day he hit me and he was like, Asia, I'm on my way to Popeyes. You want something? And y'all, I finally was just like, yeah, I want something. I'm gonna go ahead and try it. I want something. So he brings the chicken to my house, y'all. I eat the chicken, and y'all, the chicken, the $5 box, y'all, it was a bomb. Like, I think it came with like two or three pieces of chicken, 2 sides, a biscuit, and if I'm not lying, I think it came with a drink for $5. And like I said, we in college, so we don't got money like that. So that's a deal. So ever since that day my cousin introduced me to the box, y'all, I became an addict for a box. My cousin basically turned me out. Like, he turned me to an addict. Every day I would go to this Popeyes. If you live in Tallahassee, you know the Popeyes on Blueford Road. It was literally right by my apartment complex. So anytime I would go home, I would go and get Popeyes. Like, it was bad, y'all. Like, I would go get Popeyes so much. And when I pull up to the window, the people would be just looking like, bitch, it's you again? Like you getting big, like, it's you again? Like, that's how they used to be looking at me. Like, they honestly knew my name. Like, what was my name? When I was in Tallahassee, I didn't really give people my real name. I used to give people my fake name. I think my fake name was Amber, or it was Amber for the niggas, and then I think it was Jasmine for, like, you know, people that don't want my business. So I used to get them my little fake name. They used to be like, Jasmine, girl, it's you again? And I'm like, yeah, bitch, it's me again, $5 box. It got to the point where I couldn't really afford to eat the $5 box. I was still making a little $1,000 at the call center job at Verizon, but I was eating Popeyes for like breakfast, lunch, dinner. Like, y'all, I got addicted to the chicken. Like, I know it sounds crazy, but this wasn't no regular chicken. Like, I don't know about the Popeyes in your city, but this Popeyes was like, I don't know, y'all. I swear they was sprinkling crack in the chicken. They was sprinkling crack in the boxes. I'm not gonna lie. The chicken was that good, y'all. I'm a little embarrassed to admit this, y'all, but I used to bust the chicken open. Like, once I ate all the meat off the chicken, and I used to eat the gristle on the chicken. I used to bust the bone open, and y'all know that little gristle, that little brown stuff in the middle of the bone? Y'all, I used to eat that out the bone. I used to eat that out the chicken. That's how good their chicken was. I didn't do this with Publix chicken. I didn't do this with Leash. I didn't do this with nobody else chicken but Popeyes chicken. Like, when I say I was an addict, I was an addict for the chicken. Like, it was bad, y'all. I would pull up, y'all get the point what I'm trying to say. Like, me and this chicken, I was addicted. I used to have to like leave my car at home just so I wouldn't stop by Popeyes, because in order for me to get to Lux, my apartment complex, I had to pass the Popeyes. So y'all, I probably was addicted. I do this with all food too. Like, if somebody recommend me eat somewhere and I eat it and it's bomb, I keep eating it until I don't like it no more. So if y'all see me starting to get big on my channel, don't say nothing. Like, tell your mama to stop eating, because I know somebody mama big. Like, don't, just mind your business. Don't talk about me, y'all. Don't do it. But anyway, yeah, so I'm addicted to this Popeyes. It's probably like, I probably was addicted to Popeyes for like a month until it got to the point it was just like, bitch, you getting big. Like, you gonna turn into a biscuit. Like, you getting big. Like, you gotta stop. You gotta slow down. So I'm gonna say probably for like a month I was eating Popeyes like every single day. Like, it was sick, y'all. I probably would, at the end, no, I think I switched from the $5 box to the 2-piece snack. And if y'all don't know what a 2-piece snack is, I haven't had it in a minute, but baby, I know that menu. I know that Popeyes menu like the back of my hand. It was 2 pieces of chicken. You can get a thigh or leg or a breast, and it come with a biscuit, and I think that's it. It didn't come with a drink, but you know how that works. Get a water cup and put tea in it. That's what I would do. So boom, I started getting a little 2-piece snack. It's probably like 2 months later after my cousin introduced me to Popeyes. And y'all, when I say introduced, it's not like I never had it before. I'm just saying, in my hometown, I didn't have Popeyes a lot. Like that just wasn't my thing. I would eat chicken from Publix before I would go to Popeyes. So boom, fast forward maybe a month or two after my cousin introduced me to Popeyes, he calls me one day and he's like, Asia, I'm about to get Popeyes and it's on me. And if somebody say something's on me, like, if it's on them, I'm pulling up, y'all, because it's why it's on them. So he picks me up. We go to the drive-thru, and this is honestly, this video right here is what inspired this story time. I was going through my my Snapchat, and I found this video. I recorded this video of my cousin because, like I said, I was an addict and he was an addict too, y'all. Like, the Popeyes on Lake Bradford in Tallahassee, they would take like 10 minutes to get your order out. Like, if your food was fresh, they would take forever to get your order out. So we in the window or whatever, we waiting or whatever. Before we even get, I think, what was it? How did that even work? Because the lady gave us our food, but she only gave my cousin his food. She didn't give me my food yet. And before we even pull out from the window, y'all, my cousin had already finished one of his sides. So I pulled my phone out and I recorded this video. And this video is what basically inspired this story time. So I'm gonna roll that clip. I'm gonna play that clip for y'all real quick. Y'all, why my cousin just ate that fucking rice this quick? We was addicted, like, it was crazy. But anyway, fast forward to that day, me and my cousin, we decided to eat at my apartment complex. But instead of going to my apartment, we just decided to eat in the what is it called? The clubhouse. We decided to eat in the clubhouse at my apartment complex. So I get out the car. My cousin, he's in front of me. I'm a few, maybe like a yard or two behind him. We go through the front office. I told y'all earlier that my apartment complex, in order for you to get into the clubhouse, you had to have your fingerprint. But around this time, I used to wear like really long acrylics, so my fingerprint would change like every few months. And I just honestly got tired of scanning my fingerprint. Or what am I trying to say, Asia? Okay, I got tired of them scanning my fingerprint, and then I would get a new set of nails and they would have to rescan my fingerprint. So like probably 3 months to me living at this apartment complex, I stopped having them scan my fingerprint. Like, it was what it was. So I would have to ask people to like open the door for me. Like, if I wanted to go to the gym or to the clubhouse entryway, I would have to ask them to open the gate for me. But if you wanted to get to the clubhouse without having anybody open the gate for you, you can just go through like the front, like the entry, the walkway. So we entering my apartment complex from the front way where you pass the receptionist, and my cousin, he's walking or whatever, and I'm walking behind him, y'all. And as I'm like opening the door, I'm looking at the receptionist, and y'all, she's looking at my cousin like this. She's like her eyes are following my cousin, and I see this before I even like open the door to go in the office. Like, he's walking through the office to go to the back to the clubhouse, and she's like, we gonna go ahead and give her name. We gonna call her Molly the maid. So Molly the maid sees my cousin. My cousin, He got his work uniform on. He had just got off work from Publix. He got the chicken in his hand. He eating the chicken. He probably like walking and eating the chicken, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. He was looking real ghetto eating the chicken, walking through the office. So he eating the chicken or whatever. I'm behind him. I open the door, and the Molly the maid, her face goes from to, she's like, hi. And I see this, so I'm just like, like, you know that little awkward smile you give white people? I was just like, like, I gave her a little smile like that, but the smile was fake and it was forced because I seen how she was looking at my cousin. So I'm walking. Right before I bend the corner to enter the hallway to go to the clubhouse, Molly the maid is like, excuse me, do you guys live here? So I'm like, wait, what? So I back up and I hear her say this, but it's like, you know, you hear somebody say something, but you just can't believe what they said. So you ask again, you like, what? Excuse me? So I'm like, what? And she's like, excuse me, like, do you guys live here? And I'm just like, yeah. And she's like, do you mind letting me know what unit you live in? And may I see your ID? So I'm like, what unit I live in? I don't feel comfortable telling you what unit I live in. Like why are you questioning me? And she's just like, why didn't you go through the side door? Like, if you were going to the clubhouse, why didn't you just go through the side door? Why did you come through the front door? And I was just basically explaining to her, like, hey, my finger, it does not work. And she's like, why doesn't your finger work? Like, did you want me to make you a new scan right now? And I'm just like, no, like, why are you questioning me about, like, you know, yeah, I'm kind of just freaked out because I honestly couldn't believe that she was questioning me. And like I said, this happened in 2018. So at this time, we didn't have a term from them. We didn't call them, now we call them Karens, but at this time, she was Molly the maid. So she's questioning me or whatever, and she's like, do you mind letting me know what unit you stay in? It's just for safety purposes. It's just our policy. If we see any weird or suspicious activity, we're able to ask you what unit you stay in. So I'm pressing her, and I'm just like, no, I don't feel comfortable telling you what unit I stay in. Like, Molly, I don't even know you. Like, no, I don't know you. And usually, y'all, I would pay my rent online, or I would pay it, like, they had like a little drop box where you could put your rent in. So I really didn't go to the office enough to know how the receptionist looked. So honestly, I really didn't know Molly the maid. So I'm just like, no, I don't know you. I don't feel comfortable with telling you my unit number. And she was like really pressuring me. She was like, I don't mean any harm by it. It's just that I was just curious, why didn't you go through the side? Why didn't you go through the clubhouse door and use your fingerprint? So I'm pressing her, and I'm just like, I wear acrylics. My fingerprint does not work. I'll come back later and I'll get my finger scan. So she pressing me. She go on this whole little rant, this whole little spill. She's just like, it's just our community policy and it's just our guidelines just to ask, like, for people that are looking suspicious, we just need to know what unit you stay in just so we can keep this community safe. So at this point, y'all, me and her are kind of going back and forth for probably like 3 or 4 minutes. And the more she talks, when I heard her she mentioned something about safety, policy, suspicion. And the Negro came out of me then, y'all. As soon as I heard those words, I don't know, I got triggered. So I snapped, y'all. So I was just like, if you seen Sally or an Amber walk through this office with a Chipotle bag or a Grande Starbucks cup, you wouldn't have stopped them. There would be no questions asked. So why are you stopping me? Is it because I'm black? Like, is it because I'm black? So she's like, oh, no, I don't want you to feel that. No. What is it? Because why are you stopping me? And the whole time, we're probably talking, like, this probably all happened in the mix of probably max 3-4 minutes, y'all. But I don't know, it felt like a lifetime. I felt like she was lecturing to me forever. So I got mad and I snapped on Molly. So I'm just like, yeah, like, why are you questioning me? If I was white, you wouldn't be questioning me. Like, why are you questioning me? Like, the fuck? So I just walk off or whatever. I go through the lobby, through the clubhouse, and I'm telling my cousin, like, hey, Dre, she just stopped me and she questioned me and she asked me, do you live here? Like, I understand we black and we eating chicken. It look bad, but this is not that, baby. Like, I pay rent here like everybody else pay rent here. I may not pay my rent on the 1st or the 2nd year. I may pay it late on the 3rd, but baby, my rent gets paid. Like, don't even do that. So I'm going on a rant. He was like, yeah, that's fucked up. We going back and forth. We just talking. I probably stayed in the clubhouse for like an extra 30 minutes just to be petty, y'all. So my cousin, he leaves. He go home. I walked to my apartment complex, and around this time, I only had, it probably was like, I honestly probably only had a few. It was like max 3 more months on my lease. Like, I didn't really care about getting my finger skinned. But like I said, y'all, I'm a tourist. I'm petty. I'm petty as hell. So I went to my apartment. I went to go get my ID. I came back to the office, and Molly the maid was still there. And I was like, could you scan my finger? And she scanned my finger. By this time, it was like a whole hour later. But when I say, y'all, it was awkward. It was awkward. And I don't even know why to this day I didn't even report her to like the manager or anything. But I didn't report her. I just came back to the office or whatever. And I had her scan my finger. And the whole time while she was scanning my finger, she just looked red in the face. Like, her face was like pitch red. She was like, y'all, honestly, the girl was nervous. The girl was scared. So she was just like, what did she say to me? I think she apologized. She was just like, sorry about earlier. It's just that we have people coming from other apartment complexes using our amenities all the time, and I just wanted to make sure that you were a resident here. You didn't have to come back. Blah, blah, blah. So she being real apologetic, and I'm just like, yeah, I only have a few more months left on my lease, so I didn't think it was important for me to like get my finger scanned or whatever. And we have our words or whatever. That was that, y'all. And yeah, that's pretty much the story time on how Molly the maid tried to racially profile me. And I feel like every black person, especially nowadays, I feel like if you black, somehow, some way, you know, been through some type of discrimination, or people have treated you different just based on the color of your skin. And yeah, that's my story. So drop y'all stories or drop y'all a tea on how y'all was racially profiled. And also, before I end this video, I've been getting hella, y'all are beating my DMs down. Y'all are beating my DMs down about these wigs. So let me explain this to y'all. Okay. So, like I told you, I was not planning on selling my old wigs, but just because I had so many and I needed to get rid of them, I decided to sell my wigs at $70. Now I have moved the price up to $100. And let me address something else too. And you know who you are. Y'all weird. Not my subscribers, but you know who you are. Don't come in my DM questioning me about my prices. Like, don't come in my DM telling me I need to be selling wigs for this amount. Like, don't do that. That's weird. Like, I didn't respond to your message, but don't do that. That is weird. Like, that's weird. But back to what I was saying, y'all. Basically, I am going to be still selling the wigs, but it's going to be extremely hard for y'all to get a wig simply because my DMs are like beaten down. If y'all are interested in this wig, I will have, what is this? I think this is a 13 by 6. I believe this is 16 inches. And it has like blonde highlights in it. I just installed this wig the other day. So if any of y'all are interested, hit the link, my website, hit the link down in the description box below. Purchase the wig. If it says sold out, honey, that means somebody have already purchased the wig. Every video, I'm going to try to announce when the wig will be available, and whoever purchased it first, that's how you get a wig. I know I have 3 more wigs coming up. I have 3 more wig reviews. What I'm going to try to do is post a wig review, but by the time I post a wig review, I'm going to let y'all know in my description box if the wig is available, or y'all can just click on my website and see if the wig is available. If the wig is not available, you can wait for the next week and see if there's a wig available to purchase. Like I said, y'all, the wigs are going fast. And again, thank y'all. I appreciate it so much. That last story time, y'all, I made almost 2 bands off of selling wigs, y'all. I made some money. So thank you. And shout out to everybody that bought a wig. Again, to answer y'all questions, yes, I am still selling wigs, but it's gonna be hard to get a wig because I'm doing it week by week. So every week there will be 2 wigs available. And like I said, they beating my DMs down. The girls are moving fast for a wig. So I don't know, y'all. Turn your post notifications on, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in my next video. Peace.